In grinding applications, there are two basic machines, wet and dry. Deciding what type of machine to run can be a difficult choice. There are a lot of factors to consider. Dry machines are less expensive, require less maintenance, and usually last longer than wet machines, so most companies will use these when possible. Dry machines also require a dust collector, and Timesavers recommends using wet dust collectors for grinding operations. However, wet machines may be the right choice for many applications, and they have some important advantages. A wet machine sprays coolant on the workpiece. Debris is washed off with the coolant so no dust collection is required. Wet machines come with a filter that removes contaminants so the coolant may be recirculated. The filter on larger machines includes sensors that automatically advance the filter paper when necessary. Wet machines include a drying unit, so while the processing is wet, the parts coming out of the machine are dry. There may be some coolant residue left on the parts, which can actually be helpful. The coolant contains rust inhibitors, helping to keep the parts from rusting while sitting on inventory shelves. When a machine will be used for more than one metal, it must be wet because the dust created when grinding aluminum and several other metals is very flammable, and the spark from grinding steel can ignite this dust. Many abrasives are more aggressive and last longer in a wet environment. Wet grinding often provides a higher quality of finish, and wet machines generate relatively little heat, so parts coming out of a wet machine don't need to cool before handling. In many dry grinding applications, the heat generated will warp or even destroy a part. Even with good dust collection in dry grinding, some dust will remain on parts. It can wind up on the shop floor or even in equipment processing the part after the grinding operation. In wet applications, the parts are usually free from such dust. If space is a concern, wet machines usually have a smaller footprint because they don't need a separate dust collector. The decision to run wet or dry can be a difficult one. At Timesavers, our consultants are happy to help with that decision, and you may find seeing a demo of machines running both ways will help. Please contact us at 763-488-6799 and we can run your samples in our lab.